Hi, I am Nina Simone, and this is going to be a very quick video. Um, the other day, I posted on my platform a question, and it didn't get much traffic, but I'm putting it in a very quick video because I genuinely really want to know your answer and thoughts on this question. So the question is, how would you handle disrespect coming from your adult prodigal child? How would you handle it? And I'll go first. Now, for me, previously, I handled disrespect by being just as disrespectful as well. I would fuss, cuss, shout, you name it. I acted totally out of character. I held grudges. I was angry. I gave the silent treatment, you name it. And instead of praying about it, I complained about it. Complained to family, friends, and I didn't even go to God. Yeah, that was then. But now I know better, so I do better. Now, if I'm faced with disrespect, I control my thoughts, my words, and my actions. I am responsible for how I show up. I also make it known what I will and will not tolerate from my adult child. I set clear and firm boundaries. And once I do that, it is my responsibility to enforce whatever decision and boundary that I have set. Now, I will continue to love my child, but within those healthy boundaries because I love them, but not the act. Yes, you can love the person, but hate the act. Now, if need be, I can walk away and remove myself from the situation if necessary, if it comes to that. Now, don't allow yourself to be in a compromising situation where you're hurt. That's not what I'm encouraging. There are times you should walk away, okay? And that's because I recognize that sometimes I might not be dealing with my child in that moment, but the spirit that's influencing my child. It is then that I pray and I intercede for my child in that situation. And that does not, that don't come easy. I respond and not react. There's a difference. Responding is taking a slow, very well thought out approach. Reaction is on the fly and is always often negative. Okay. It's sudden and it's harsh and it's brash. But anyway, I had to realize and recognize that I had been fighting with the wrong person. I was fighting and coming up against the wrong person. Instead, I should have been coming against the spirit that is operating through the person. That's who we got a problem with, not the person, the spirit upon the person. And you don't deal with that physically, you deal with it spiritually. You don't deal with spiritual things physically. Things spiritual in nature, you deal with it spiritually. So remember that sometimes when you can't get through to your child or they're behaving in a certain way that's unbecoming, it might not be just them, okay, that you're dealing with. So I just wanted to point that out there. That is why we should pray and intercede for our children. And I'm not going to hold you, but let me leave you with a scripture coming from Proverbs, the 15th chapter and the first verse. And it reads, and this is the NIV version: a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. That's the end of that verse. So remember that when we are faced with disrespect, it does matter with the one who's being disrespected, us, how we respond, how we show up. Because you can either ignite or diffuse a situation on how you respond to it. Again, the goal is to respond and not react. So that is how I handle disrespect. Now, if you've been handling it a little differently on the negative side, I encourage you, try it. Because at the end of the day, God expects us to answer to Him, and we have to present ourselves a certain way. Okay? So that is it. That is all. I just wanted to genuinely hear your thoughts. Please comment in the comment section and give me your thoughts on how you used to handle it, how you handle it now, or if you have been handling it wrong, how you plan to handle it in the future. Again, that is it. I am Nina Simone, and I will talk to you and see you hopefully real soon. Have a wonderful day.